So good morning and welcome back. It's day 2 of this mini first trip back after 6 months to Italy. Start with the important things. Weather, perfect. Sun is shining. It's a little bit after 8. I was woken bright and early this morning by the birds. I got pretty late into bed last night having put the video up, but we've got lots to do today. So the first thing I'm going to do is climb up the hatch in the living room and see what's going on with that bit of roof that we fixed sometime at the end of summer last year. Okay, I've opened the hole and up we go. This might be an interesting test of how much weight I've put on during the lockdown, because that hole looks much smaller than it did last time I climbed up it last summer. Okay, well, I can see a tile with a crack and a hole in it already there. Right. Well, that was the first bit we fixed. That still looks pretty good up there. And then we did a lot of faffing about and we put down this tarp. And this tarp has got some water on it, but not massive amounts. Obviously, we'll have to deal with this. But again, be keeping an eye on the subsidy, and I should wait at least until I've spoken to the architect in Pontremoli. Let's see. The real infiltration looks like it was there, and that would match up with what we saw downstairs, and also the discoloration. Yeah, that is a bit damp. So, where is that coming from? Excellent question. Doesn't look that bad, but obviously something's not quite right. That looks fine, that looks fine. That tile looks quite lifted back there. That might be the cause of it, but these are okay. It's just there, some things. And then it runs down the wall and into the wall downstairs, and there's a similar situation here. Okay, well, it's better than I was expecting. I was expecting there to be half a ton of water up here on this top. And this side looks like the fix was very good. The fix I did down there, not so. So I'm going to wait to talk to Marta. Obviously now summer is coming, but this isn't drastic and doesn't require drastic intervention, which is good, because it wasn't on my list of things I really wanted to do this weekend. Okay, well, climb back down, close the trap. I did fit through it, surprisingly enough. So the 3 main things that I've come out here to do for these 4 days, well, the first was just to check up on everything, air the house, see what's broken, what's not broken, and that's gone exceedingly well so far. The house has been here for hundreds of years. What's going to happen in 6 months? I can say that now, that not much has happened. The second thing is to talk to the architect and try and make some headway on this eco bonus scheme. And I also have to go into town at some point because I have to pay the yearly taxes on the house. It's already April, but that's not a problem. You generally have till June, and I think they'll understand that it wasn't so easy to get into the country. The third thing is going to be preparing this room, which is going to be the next room that we attack. And as you can see, when I turn on the lights, it's just absolutely packed full of stuff. So all of this stuff needs to be taken apart and put down in the cellar, or thrown away, or well, we'll work it out as we go along, so that we can start sealing, running the electricity, replastering the walls, changing the window panes because they're all broken here. On the door, seeing how much of the door we can save. I'd like to save the door because I like the doors. I think, you know, the old traditional doors are very good, and normally you can save them. The window is a little bit more complicated, probably not savable. So that's the plan. Basically, get started in here. Once this room is empty, it'll be much easier to judge and to get on with doing the first most important things, which are going to be running electricity and knocking off plaster, measuring up, so that we can get it ready. This room is, I would say, in a similar condition to the other bedroom. It's not in as good a condition as the living room was, but it is one of the nicest rooms in the whole house. I open this, and these very antiquated rusty shutters. See, this comes out onto the little terrace. There's that fabulous view. So I'd like this to be our bedroom, the master bedroom. We'll see how we go. Right, I'm going to start organising and just throwing out some trash, opening doors and stuff so that we can get everything out. And then I will find a tripod and we'll do some time lapse. Okay, well, it's time to round up. I've done pretty much nothing this morning except talk to neighbours who've come by one to say hello, ask how I am, ask how the wife is, ask how the kids are, and enjoy a drink at the bottom of my steps. So that's been lovely. It's refreshing just how nice, friendly and authentic these people are. But now is time to get on, so hopefully I'll get a couple of hours in before the next person turns up for a drink. We are keeping, obviously, distances. You know, the staircase is perfect for this. One sits at the top, one sits at the bottom, and you can have a chat. Definitely good for my Italian, though. So I'm going to get on and see how far we get. Okay, well, it's taking a fair bit of time actually knocking these down, although there's not really a huge amount to them. Still need to be more or less taken to bits so that I can get the bits downstairs. I would have thought most of this will either go to the dump or be burnt, but there are some nicer classical bits. We obviously don't have space for everything. If anyone's in Europe and wants any of this, then do let me know. I think I'd like to keep that cupboard there. And obviously this is just some pretty modern 80s pine furniture. But you know, there's this bed. I imagine if you scrape the brown paint off it, it could come up quite nicely. This dresser with the marble top, There's another dresser behind it there with, I think, in fact, that mirror goes on the one with the marble top, and the mirror behind it goes on that one, which looks sort of 1950s, and this one obviously a bit older. Anyway, I'm just going to keep on going. Look who we found. Top Girl, Sexy Boys. Can you see that? Well, that looks like a very, very young Robbie Williams. No accounting for taste. Right, I should keep going. Well, as you can see, I am making progress, but it is slow. I tried to do some time lapse, and it's just very boring to watch because you got to get the individual bits, start taking things apart, and then bringing them down. But having said that, I have found a couple of interesting things. Like this was down lining one of the drawers, Renovation, from the 30th of April 1969. So today is the 23rd, I think, of April 2021. There's the new Renault 8S to be had. What's on this one? All in lira, obviously. Is this the same newspaper or not? This was also, oh no, this is Il Coltivatore, which is presumably the equivalent of Farmers Weekly. Maria Mariani, Ingrid Hardy, and this is the 27th of October 1971, so obviously quite a bit newer. And in fact, in the drawers, you find out more about this. So here we have 1940. This was signed off. And then this one, let me just have a name. And some not working alarm clocks. Someone spilled some ink in here. I can't remember if we went through this drawer or if we went through everything as we went along. This isn't a set of drawers, amazingly enough. Yes, here it is. A guest bed. Weren't they clever back in the day? There are some... I'm probably going to get murdered for this in the comments, but some pretty spooky puppets. Look at this. Look at the eyes on that. And another one. And then the Popes, although most of that is missing. Maria, obviously lots of Marias. There's a Maria up there. There's Maria over here. No risks on the Marias. Let's move the other pretty scary doll over here. No idea what this is. Oh, looks like it's a box. And then we've got a wax. Oh, look. Well, that's quite smart. A chest. Proper. Right. With what I would imagine to be the original lining. Not much of it except a cardboard box and some mould. But still, I'm not averse to a good chest. Did I say that out loud? Okay, well, I'm working up a sweat now, getting rid of this ridiculously oversized pine double bed covered and whatever, but it's gone. And the nice surprise is that this wall here, which was behind it, seems to be in good condition. No funny noises, nice and hard, no watermarks. So that is, compared to the rest of it, which is not so great, pretty good news. I do reckon though, once the roof is done, we'll be a lot better everywhere. because most of the problems here are just water coming in from somewhere. And I think it's not just the roof. I think a lot of it has to do with the guttering as well. The gutters are not big enough, and the downpipes are certainly not big enough to get rid of the water off the roofs. So it'll be interesting to see what the architect has to say about that tomorrow. It's probably quite hard to appreciate just how much stuff I've schlepped out of here now, but you can now walk down there and you can walk more or less down here. These are tools they'll be staying. I need to work out how to get rid of the nice furniture, so not the 80s stuff, but the bed obviously I'm going to take to bits. I can't emphasize how incredibly heavy these little mattress things are. I think they're stuffed with sheep's wool and it's just super heavy. This is not my taste, but it's not bad and it's in good nick, so that'll probably be given away or sold or whatever. I think I'm going to keep this because I like this, and in fact I've even found old photographs with this cupboard on here, so we're going to need a cupboard, so might as well keep that. But perhaps not where it is. God, excuse me, it's a bit dusty in here now. That might wander over to that wall, because there is perhaps an idea of putting a freestanding bathtub more or less where that sofa is. So if I go and lie on the sofa, you can imagine that I would be sat in my bathtub and I could just look out across there, and that might be quite nice, really. I've never had a freestanding bathtub, but it would also be the only bathtub in the house probably. So it's worth having a bathtub. I mean, I only really shower, and I think most people these days only really shower, but every once in a while it is nice, especially in winter, to have a nice bath. So we'll have a look, and yeah, as I was saying, you know, that's all of that's water damage, so we'll have to fix that first, make sure there's no water coming in before I put a ceiling on. My thoughts at the moment are keeping the main beams, brushing them up, and either repainting them, seeing how much paint we get off, or leaving them wood, and then insulating between the little joists and running the electrics through there, and then plasterboarding over the top so that we got a nice flat ceiling between the beams. Well, that's sort of the thought I have at the moment, because those planks are the floorboards for upstairs, so we're going to have to do something. In fact, so I can go over here and we can have a poke, see what we can see through. Oh look, you can see sky there. That is in fact a glass tile, but you see it goes straight through. There's nothing else above it, and there's a few of those little holes. I think that might be the most sensible idea. I might even have to change out the planks, but that would be a shame if I can save them. Over on that side where that little upstairs bedroom is, it's not so bad. It's more in the little room next to that upstairs bedroom that the water's been coming in, so I shall climb up there in a minute and have a look, see what we can see, find out why. Perhaps we can just fix it temporarily, easily, because that's certainly doing some damage. And when you're upstairs, you see the floorboards are really nice, and I'd like to keep them and sand them down. No idea what we're going to do upstairs in that room, but we want to keep as much original features, or as many original features as possible. So let's head up the little stairs outside and have a look. Okay, so some of you will remember this from the tour, but you see they are nice, these floorboards. Good wide planks. I think sanded down and oiled, they'd look the business. And a nice window up here, so it has got a nice little look out. There's the road, that's where we park the car normally in summer. Obviously it's going to need a completely new window there. This isn't a proper window. This was made in a garage out of bits and bobs. But the problem seems to be coming from over this side. Now, to film this I'm going to have to stop for a second and then turn it on, and the light will come on with the camera. So hang on a second. There we go. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh God, there goes my head. So as you can see, as in quite a few places. There's the old roof, which is there, and then a new roof was put on, but it was put on over the top of the old one, so all of this should really have been removed, but they cemented it up. It's quite well done. It's obviously not that old, but it's quite well done. Having said that, well, anyway, mustn't grumble. But it's obviously leaking somewhere. It's quite a high roof. There's not much access, in fact. I don't know where it's leaking from though. Because if it was leaking there, look, that's all been cemented up, so that would create sort of like a gully, and that wouldn't come through. But of course, all of that water damage might be very old. It might have been before this roof was redone. Look at that, just amazing, isn't it? That's, any old scraps were put together and it held for hundreds of years till it was redone up here. And they've put, you know, bricks up there to support it, so it wasn't done badly. But and this is just a dirt and wood wall, and then of course there's this travel trunk. Oh, there's stuff in it. What's this? Places to go. It's in English. Places to go where? New Haven, Connecticut. Okay. Now I know that part of the family, and we saw it on the desk where I couldn't read, but it did say US. Part of the family did spend a number of years in the US. Let me turn off the camera quickly, dig out what's in here, and we'll sit down and have a look. So in fact, I'm not going to empty everything out. I'm going to look at it with you right here. So here is something that seems to be dated May 1919. Here is. It'd be interesting to find the ticket that was used. Pontremoli. Not quite sure what that was, but it's got tax stamps on it. So it's obviously something that was paid. This. Oh, excuse me, I'm not doing very well at filming here. But I'm 6'4", and this room is about 5'4". I don't know, that looks like a check. Electric energy. This looks like a bill. Electric energy. Minardi. Have we got a date on here? I can't see one, it's probably on this stamp. 19, perhaps that would be third quarter 1949, perhaps? Who knows? Oh, here's another one. And this one is fourth quarter 1949, so we were probably right on the old one. So that's some pretty old electricity bills. Considering there was hardly any electricity in the house, just a couple of light bulbs. No idea what this is, but it's some sort of bill. Here we have a British language, or English language rather, prayer sheet. Here, oh, this is Pontremoli, 1951. So this is the taxes, 1951. Thermometer box, Rutherford, New Jersey. A pair of, oh, is that a USA tweezers? And another little piece of notepaper. That's the first drawer. Down to the second drawer where we started. So we have this ad here. A page out of the book. Another page out of the book. some what looks like algebra. Is that a sock? That's a sock. A very ancient, sorry for itself, sock. Oh, photograph. I have no idea who that is, but a cute little baby. It seems to have been attacked there a little bit. There's something written there, but I can't make out what it says. I love this. This is why I never get anything done, because I discover, oh, look, more photographs. Oh, look at that. Now you can say what you want, but back in the day, people did know how to dress up smartly and make an occasion of it, didn't they? Isn't that an amazing picture? So let's just come unglued a bit. Again, no idea who that is. Oh, another picture. I like pictures. Let's see what we find on this one. Oh, look at that. Now that was taken in Chicago. A portrait by Aristo Studio. And that's, I'm sorry, it's reflecting off the light off the thing, but I don't know. I'm thinking, you know, Bugsy Malone, so maybe the 30s or something. Fabulous pictures. Such a shame they've just been abandoned, I guess. Belt buckle. Some more pages and bills and some buttons. A strap. This. A razor. That's too dangerous for me, I'm afraid. Let's go further down. Okay, I just pulled the bottom two drawers out because I couldn't crouch down there anymore. And I've sat myself on this instrument of torture, which presumably used to be a bed. And we'll see what we found. Oh, more photos. No, empty. Piece of cardboard. Ooh. I don't make a guess at what that is. I'm sure someone in the comments will know what it is. Yeah. Some sort of contraption. A map of the Vatican. That looks like it's a little bit more modern. Some notes. And sorry for filming, I need to unfold it. So this is from Pontremoli, from the local town. And it's a bill for the house. 14th of September 1943. So, you know, that's it's now 2021, that's 80 years old piece of paper just lying in there. This, well, for me that looks like the blade off of a plane. No idea what that's doing in there. And more buttons. Everyone seemed to collect buttons back in the day. Lots of different buttons. Brass buttons, what have you. Okay, and the last box of surprises is over here. That's the cover of somebody's notebook. Ooh. That's something ornate, some sort of design, perhaps for furniture or material, who knows. Oh, there seems to be a few of them. Maybe someone. Look, this one looks like it's been cut around as well, so to trace onto something. That's interesting. There seem to be a few of those. That's half a letter. Date stamped Oops, sorry, out of focus, 1956, I would guess. Grenadi. Another one, more of these. Photograph. Oh, wow, that's a school photograph. What does it say? No idea what that says. But, wow. Very smart. More designs, many more designs. And plans. Some smart looking, I was going to say astronauts, but I don't think they're astronauts. They just have very wide neck t-shirts on. 1940. Jesus. Oh, what's this? Insert used blade here. Gillette. Look at that. And in fact, there are razor blades in there. That's what I'm told. Amazing. Amazing. Some pegs. Oh, I remember these little light bulbs from when I was a kid. Out of my little torch. And this paper, look, that's another. Some plans. What's this? That looks like a leopard. And I'm not quite sure what that is, but that's a leopard. And this, some people sat on something. Oh look, a negative. Some people sat on the beach. Another negative. A chap in front of a building. So it sort of repeats itself a bit. I hope this isn't too boring for you, but I do love this. Being a nosy person. So lots and lots and lots of plans and designs. There's a head. There's another letter, 1949, stamped. A bill for something, 1955. Right, these are tax stamps. Okay, well that's about it. If that was boring for you, I'm sorry. Now I shall head slowly back downstairs and keep shifting furniture about. Okay, well, as you can see, time has caught up with me. I'm pretty knackered. It might not look like a huge amount got done, but it's a good start in clearing it all away down at the bottom as well. So tomorrow we'll keep going on emptying that room out and making it ready for some serious work. I hope you enjoyed today's video, even if it wasn't quite what you might have been expecting. But I think it's always interesting to look at things that are lying around and find out more about the history of the place. Quite happy that that this morning's expedition up into the attic didn't show any major problems. Obviously there are still some leaks. The heater's about to turn on, it'll go boof, so don't worry about that. So all is well. And I'm looking forward to another sunny day tomorrow of getting things moving and preparing, moving further on down the line towards a finished house. Also, tomorrow I shall be meeting the architect, so I'll update in tomorrow's video how that went and what we heard, or maybe, if she's willing, we'll film a little bit of it. Thank you very much for watching. Yesterday's video got a huge number of watches and likes and comments. Thank you all very much for the comments. I know I've been terrible again about answering the comments. I do read them all, and I will try and answer them at some point, but it gets to be so many. It's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and it's sort of slightly demotivating. But thank you very much anyway, and thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. I'm glad that we're all in Italy together now. Thank you very much. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you tomorrow.